Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode. We are in week five. Week five. We are in week five of my classes. I am ecstatic. And I'm just like, wow, time is just boom, zoomed by. So today, I'm going to go over my top five highlights and takeaways from both of my classes because they have some connection, some similarities, which I found very interesting. So, without further ado, we are going to get in this, and I'm going to do my best to make this as quick as possible. All right, let's get into it. Boom. All right, so what we're looking at here, some professors will give you video feedback. I love that. I really did, because it gave me an opportunity to hear the professor's voice, and it just add a different element, as if I was like in the classroom and right there actually meeting her. So this is my professor for my social media marketing class. I'm not going to play the video, but I thought that was awesome. So I did really good in this assignment, and I want to go over the top takeaways that I got from this assignment. So one thing that I took away from what I'm doing in my social media marketing is multidimensional, and not just looking at 4 angles or 8 angles. It's ups, on top, on bottom, inside, outside. And data tells data shows us what's going on. It doesn't tell us. It shows us what is happening with the content. That's what I liked about this assignment, and getting an opportunity, drink some water, getting an opportunity to just peel all of that apart. And what we had to do was, we went over the data for the SNHU pet supply, and we looked at the analysis that we did were what was successful, what was working. And the things that I pointed out here, the goal of the company is to grow brand awareness for the new product, not just for the company itself, but for the new product. So if you want to grow brand awareness, you're looking at, is the audience engaging with me, communicating with me, and so I can listen. It's more than just a like. Anybody can scroll through and just like. What I found to be like the meat and potatoes was the engagement piece, because that right there signified how much awareness was growing. And usually when someone's engaging with you, 9 times out of 10, they're talking about you to a friend. And that friend is getting to know your product and services as well. And so as I showed here, 5%, 5 recent posts indicated a total reach of 14,000. And the post clicks was 3,375, 2,460 reactions, comments, and shares. And this was on their Facebook. I chose to use their Facebook, and I'm looking up right here. I chose to use their Facebook analytics because I find those to be the most insightful. In addition to that, they had paid campaigns, which revealed 175,000 users were reached. Now, those are significant numbers for a pet store or for anybody. I mean, 175,000 people. Yet let's dig down deeper into that. We had 1,025 clicks on the ads, resulting in a cost of $399.75. So the information shows the users see the brand on the social media platform And engagement on organic posts is higher than paid advertisements. And that could be a number of reasons. One, if it was getting into somebody's feed that maybe they were already a customer, maybe they already knew about that. I know there's times when I will buy a product outside of what I saw on social media, yet all of a sudden I will see that product being marketed to me on social media because the algorithm is listening. So, but I've already bought the product. So the customer paid an ad to show me something I've already got. That I blame the Facebooks of the world of double dipping. That's what I call that. And then I talked a little bit about Instagram. They had 10,657 impressions that were from their Instagram reach, 2,234, and 6 clicks were to the company. So let's see, reached for the week of 2,234, and then 6 clicks to the company's website. So they only had 6 clicks to the company's website. So they had the impressions were high, yet engagement was kind of on the low side, and that information you're gonna have to figure out what the best way is to pull those people in, and it's always going to be about your content. So my takeaways from there is marketing is multidimensional, and data shows us what's going on, not just tell us what's going on. So on my other assignment, I had a story pitch to do for my strategic story. And the takeaways from this are clarity, getting clarity. And that was a theme on another of my coaching. Attention to detail, defining the audience, and then the power of feedback to give insight. So I'm going to dig into those. So first thing is, I want to point out, I got to be on this assignment. My grade's not showing here. I got to be on this assignment, which I think a B is good. I think a B is good. So I'm not complaining about the B. But I want to show you why and what happened. So as you can see here, I told you before, you're going to get 15 points for proficient no matter what. Okay. Because it was subjective. So the goal that you had was subjective. Now, with that being said, the teacher addresses that, but she writes some more in my Turn It In, and I'm going to go over that. What I do want to get to is you can see here, I got a 21.5. I describe the target audience profile through appropriate data sources and research. So I did that correctly. Though she writes down here, all 3 required sections are included with support from resources. Some refinement is needed, and we're going to go over that to Turn It In. Now, the relationship to cultural experiences, she only gave me 11%, which is 55%. And she clarifies here why. What she says here is this section is missing both key required components. The first component is describing the audience's culture. Consider the identifiers in the target audience section. Examine this group and explain the culture of the group. What binds this group together? What are their shared experiences? What does the group value? Once you've defined the audience's culture, then explain how your story will connect to that culture. What elements of the story will specifically relate to and reflect the audience's culture. So that was key. And then here, again, she gives me the points for, I explain how the story will grab the audience's attention, though it wasn't exemplary, which I'm good with that, because I think feedback helps you grow. That's why I said feedback offers some great insight. So there's some good start in this section, but more detail is needed. How, and she emphasizes this here, how will the details here grab the audience's attention? Remember, we're doing a story pitch for a strategic story to our communications manager. As of now, the section states elements that will be present, but it does not explain how these elements will grab and hold the attention of the audience. And we're going to look at that. So I pulled it up here and my feedback. This was my story pitch. So what I talk about attention to detail, the importance of attention to detail. So this was a story pitch, yet I wasn't clear on what type of story pitch. And after getting some clarity, what it boiled down to is I have a product. The scenario I chose is a product that my company is making and they're going to sell it. So instead of me pitching to the management team with the mindset that, hey, boss, we want to engage, this story is about engaging the audience, the target audience, and increase sales. It was more of what's going to happen in this story and why should we use this strategic story to engage the audience. That's more of what I took away after reading all this. But again, that's where I said that clarity and attention to detail. And sometimes you're gonna need more information to get there. So when your professors give you that feedback, just absorb that in and play around with it. Use it like clay to pull up what you're doing. Remember, you're in college to grow, to learn. If we knew it all, we wouldn't have a need to go to school. So, and so what she writes here in her notes, she says, this needs to be, here, I'm going to pull this over because I'm actually having a hard time reading it. It's way over there. So she writes here, this needs to be the communication goal for the story itself. That's what I was just saying. The story itself. Leadership is the audience for your proposal, not for the story. Okay, so instead, change the goal to what the organization hopes to achieve by releasing the story, what they hope the audience will feel, think, or do after receiving this message. So, for example, this audience is going to want to buy these tables because of the quality of table that it is. And she gives some more highlights here that she talks about. So I'm not going to go over all of those, but this was a really good lesson for me to understand all the essences that go into a strategic story. So the takeaways had some similarities. Details in the data. I got data feedback from my professor on the story with details. I got data feedback in the marketing data from the Facebook, the more details. Both of them helping me engage the audience. That was the commonality. The same thing, this story is about showing what is the value of the tables, and that data showed me how well that connection could be. And then the feedback from my peers, both peers, your audience is your peers, your professors, my peers. So feedback provides insight. All right, I'm wrapping it up. I'm keeping it short. I'm on a time. I hope you guys enjoyed and got a good takeaway from this, and I will see you on Wednesday. Peace out.